Yo! Oh gosh, I need like a separate stream layout for development streams. Because instead of having this guy, I just have it on a way bar down here. Fancy. Hello. Today we're gonna continue renaming everything in Krastorio. Oh, my TV was still on. Shoot. My bad. Okay, I need to change the timeout on that. I just wish like W show keys, I might Wait, it heckin' died. Oh, it doesn't support integers. Okay, that's dumb. How did I install this? Ah, whatever. I want to patch W show keys to have a limited width. That'd be cool. Maybe getting myself into another any planet start situation where I effectively make an overhaul without meaning to. Oops. Please don't burn yourself out again, Code Green. We need you. Lava block. Well, I hope you're having fun at least. I haven't written any code yet. Right now, I'm actually just flowcharting to see if it's something I want to do. Well, good luck. Take it from me, maintaining an overhaul mod is hard. Oh, Code Green. I didn't make a bug report about this, I forgot. But Blueprint sandboxes, or sorry. Gosh dang it, Blueprint shotgun. Where is it? I guess it's already updated? Yeah. It broke. No, that was on Blueprint. That was on Blueprint Sandbox's Code Green, not Blueprint Shotgun. It was the wrong mod. I can no longer place ghosts on stone bricks. Wait, it works. Oh gosh, this is running on X11 for some reason. Stop. Ah, there we go. CG's aura has fixed it. It's like my mom has a tech issue, and she's like, Ryguard, please come help me fix my tech issue. And then I come and look at it, and it fixes itself. Right, I ran into the problem over here with these guys. Oh, holy frick, that's loud. It works now. What? The frick? I have video footage of this on my VOD. It wasn't working. Okay, yeah, these aren't working. Oh wait, no, it's vacuuming. Okay, now it's... I don't get it. It works now. I don't know, man. Yeah, go back into my last VOD and watch it. I swear that it wasn't working before. I've never been so disappointed to have something work properly. Also, I just want to see what this looks like with all the tiles on. Oh, that's gonna be so nice. Looks so much. It's so much faster than the stone bricks. Anyway, don't know what that's about. Spooky. Oh my gosh, it doesn't expand those. There we go. Also, I think my FMM tool is broken because it's not syncing with save files properly. I need to look at that. Also, Chad, I'm going to ask you this now. Is the audio balance okay? The microphone is still at full volume. I checked. Yeah, it's no longer going down anymore, so we should be good. Seems okay? Awesome, thanks. Wait, shouldn't it migrate rich text as well? Huh, I guess it doesn't. Actually, I guess that would be kind of a slippery slope of compatibility issues. Okay, so chlorine is used in rare metals smelting, so let's look at that. Hydrogen chloride, never mind. Where's that coming in? Over here. I mean, yeah, it migrated the chlorine just fine. Oh, electrolysis, that's why. There is no recipe for chlorine. I just assumed there was. Yeah, there isn't. Okay, what the frick? W show keys crashed again. It's weird. Hello, Trex. Or would you prefer to go by Radjack? Right? Yeah, there is no direct one for dirty water either. It's just a byproduct. So it's just fluid. Both our names are used for actual decades at this point. Gotcha. Oh, hey, look, W show keys crashed again. Why does it keep crashing? Okay. We are going to not disown it and see what happens. Oh, I forgot. Does it crash every time I go full screen? No. I wish I could search this menu. That'd be very useful. KR dirty water. Dirty water, dirty water. Oh, wait, no, there is no thing.
Hello there.
Hello, Camposby? Campospal? Camp Ospel. Oh gosh, it's going off the screen. Yeah, I really need to. Okay, yeah, this is not working. We're just gonna get rid of this. Sorry. W show keys is not working well. Thank you for the follow, Camp Possible. Appreciate you. Oh wait, no. Hold on, Code Green. I'm a freaking idiot. I know why it was working. It's because I downgraded Blueprint Shotgun to fix the issue. Yeah, I downgraded it. Because I was like, no, I can't live without my Blueprint Shotgun on stone bricks. So we're gonna fix it. Yeah, see, now it's not working. Wait. Wait. Oh. Oh. Maybe I'm just an idiot? Oh, you know what it probably was? It's probably these inserters. These inserters keep getting in the way. So I was like holding it on here and being like, why is it not working? Because I didn't realize that the inserter items were in the way. That's fascinating. Honestly, like, I can place it here. And it automatically inserts the items. Those items should not be in the way. Oh, see, now it's... Oh, wait, no, it's because of the ash. Yeah, that's probably what it was. Well, good to know. Also, how many limestone tiles do I have? A decent amount. Anyway, that probably explains it. But downgrading the mod fixed it. Or maybe it was just a coincidence. I don't know. We're not going to worry about it then. Hydrogen, KR hydrogen. Wait, is that the one I just changed? Yeah. And then changed recipes, hydrogen, KR hydrogen. Hydrogen. Wow, hydrogen is so hard to get. Just pull it out of the atmosphere. I'm not sure how well that works in real life. Hydrogen chloride. For some reason, whenever I see hydrogen chloride, I can only think of Jimmy Neutron, even though that was sodium chloride. Sodium chloride! No, dude, it's called salt. Sodium chloride! Honestly, if I knew Jimmy Neutron, I would have punched him in the face in that moment. He's a freaking obnoxious kid sometimes. Do players have opinions on me removing hydrogen from Novice's atmosphere? Oh, cool. So I should remove hydrogen condensation and make Krastorio a zillion times harder. I did make it so that nitric acid is now part of electronic components with lithium recipe. So now you have to actually use nitric acid at scale if you want efficient electronic components. Hydrogen chloride. No, I'm not actually going to do that. Well, he's not right now. I want to get the mod out, and then maybe I'll tweak it later. I'm already like 6 months behind where I wanted to be with this mod. Oh man, I forgot to announce the streams in Discord. Hold on. There we go. Let's see if the viewership actually increases because of that. Oh, heck. Oh, I'm an idiot. Heck. There we go. Did Dosh ever use matter? I don't think he did. No, he didn't. Heck. Guess I'll have to load my own game. Heck. Theranos. Factory planner is broke. Apparently, I'm a little more tired than I thought I was. I'm like yawning over here. I went snowboarding on Wednesday, and apparently it completely wrecked me. I actually can't feel the left side of my left foot. The feeling hasn't come back, which is kind of worrying. Freaking, why are all the mods broken? Yes, all of these should be iron ore to matter, imersite to matter, Galra imersite powder to matter, AR uranium 238 to matter. So yeah, so I'm gonna need to make some logic that says if the item's prototype name does not start with KR, then you need to put it there, or it'll just be KR rare metal ore to matter. That seems annoying. Oh, did Emmy Lua LS crash? Maybe it did. Let's restart. Frick? Weird. It just is frozen. Completely frozen. Yeah, there's 4 instances of it. Get out of here. There we go. Hey, General Tank, thank you for the 4 months. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. That's very generous. What? Okay, so
General
something.
Tank 3 just subscribed
Oh
for
gosh.
4 months.
Okay, well, text to speech works. Also, it's heckin' loud. Better fix that. 1 sec. Let's set that volume to 75%. Text to yell. If only I could actually test those notifications. It doesn't work with text to speech for some reason. What is going on? Now it's working. This was working last time. What is pegging one of my CPU cores? OBS. Oh, okay. But as soon as I go to the matter file, like, let's see, let's go to this file. Does this work? Yeah. Oh gosh, it's actually trying to do stuff now. I think Factorio's type system is breaking it. This wasn't happening last time. I shouldn't have rebuilt the project, I suppose. What's going on? Oh yeah, there's an actual release now. I'm gonna go grab my water bottle while this is running. Wait, what? Expected 1 parameters, but found 2. Heck, they broke it again. Okay, well, going back to Lua LS, I suppose. This was working for a little while. Not ready yet, though. Anyway, we were gonna change the recipe name. All I wanted to do, the whole thing that triggered this was I wanted to go to definition on recipe name. Does it work with the auto-generated type defs? That's what I'm trying to use, and no. Oh gosh, how am I going to write migrations for that? Yeah, it's the same format. It uses ME Lua, just like Lua LS. It's actually supposed to be a one-to-one replacement of Lua LS in the future. That's the goal. Gosh, how am I gonna migrate those? Because these are auto-generated. Do I need to write migrations for every single one? But I seem to remember that there is some way to write Lua and JSON migrations. Or did we get rid of that? Lua migrations. Oh no, those are the standalone ones. Also, this example doesn't work anymore because we automatically do this now. It automatically reapplies technology effects on configuration change, which is really nice. I feel like Lua LS is the younger sibling that gets picked on by everyone in the family, but as soon as someone else picks on it, everyone comes to defend it. That's true. It's a problem child, but it's our problem child. Okay, is this... Because I know our setting added some crazy Lua shenanigans to, like, auto-generate renames. But apparently those don't exist no more. Migration helpers... Huh. I don't know. It doesn't look like it's here anymore. Or I don't know where this would be. Migration list, migration helpers. There's two different sets of migration helpers. One is in util and the other is in ID. I'm gonna ask our setting on Slack. Thank you for the follow, Detrumi. Appreciate you. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what that's about. Yeah, okay, well, I guess I will just hardcode it. Because as of right now, this is gonna break my save because it won't migrate the matter recipes down here. These will disappear. Yep. Also, this is gonna be kind of dumb now because now it's KR rare metal ore to matter, but I think that's fine. It's consistent. Because it's KR dash the thing powder, or the thing to matter. And the thing has KR in the name. It's like you could have KR SE lithium brine to matter or whatever. Yeah, I think that's fine. But now we need to do the same here. KR matter to material name. Okay, so we need to matter. Where is this done? Ah, here we go. Okay, so for each of these, we need to create a set of things. Oh wait, hold on. This needs to be. Heck. I hate this. This is really messy. Okay, biomass to matter, cult to matter. So some of these don't have both. So all of those have both, but we have two that are just conversion. And just conversion is the thing to matter. So we have quartz to matter, but not matter from quartz, right? Where did my power armor go? Oh, I broke that. Funny, funny. Honey, honey. This is really funny. Pretty freaking funny. Could I walk any slower? I would also like to write a migration tool that will allow you to convert mini loaders into Krastorio loaders, including the per side filters, because now Krastorio loaders can do everything that mini loaders could. Okay, yeah, so there is quartz into matter, but there is, I'm just gonna editor this. There's quartz to matter, but there shouldn't be matter to quartz. Nope. Okay. Matter to quartz doesn't exist. Okay, and the same with imersite. Matter to imersite does not exist. Bye, General Tank. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate you. Okay, and then copper plate and glass have deconversion recipes, which means they have these. Or wait, no, it's these. You can create things. Those are really bad names. So copper plate and glass and iron plates only have matter 2 recipes. Copper plate, glass, iron plate, plastic, rare metals, and sand. Silicon, steel plate, and sulfur. Okay, I have received confirmation from our setting that the Lua and JSON migrations were destroyed. Also, did you guys hear that Slack notification? It was really loud. Performance of them was absolutely terrible and got so much worse when involving the blueprint library. Okay. Okay, sand, silicon, steel plate, sulfur, water. I already did steel plate, sulfur, water. Okay, so these should be all the recipes. There's 38 different matter-related recipes. Wait, what did I mess up? Oh. Oh wait, Dodge didn't use matter. Freaking heck. Hey, does someone in chat want to do me an enormous favor? It will involve a lot of tedious labor, but it'll be extremely helpful. I need a save file that has every entity, fluid, recipe, item, etc. in Krastorio. Just one of each. So that I can test absolutely everything. That sounds fun. Yeah, my plan was to do it with a script. But hey, if I can offload that to someone else, that would make Krastorio come out quicker. I'm really bad at asking for help. Read prototype history, runtime, and spawn one of everything Krastorio. That's true. I'll question how hard would it be to mod in 3-lane belts? Completely impossible. Without destroying performance. Hey, Noachi. Alright, cool. I think all of the matter recipes are fixed now. Code Green, how did you do this? This is heresy. How? That makes no sense. Really? I hate that. Had to set the hidden dot middle lane equals true on the belt prototype. Wow. Easy. There we go. Oh. Playlist freaking died. Ah. I hate JSON. JSON is the worst. Why doesn't JSON support trailing commas? All it has to do is add one if statement saying if the thing after a comma is a closing bracket or brace, then break it. That's it. That's all the extra logic you need. What is this music? Okay, I'm gonna go to our ye olden well sure, I'll do this. I'll try this one. Ever since playing Krastorio, I can't go back to base game reports. Well, thank you for enjoying the mod. Okay, what? rc.lsp.cac. Where's the default configuration? Here we are. JSON. JSON language server. VS Code JSON language server. Nope. Using the snap? No. It really wants me to use a snap. Screw that. Oh, I can install with npm. Now it should just work, right? Yeah, it's there. Oh, it's the wrong file name. Well, I know how to fix this. There we go. Now it should do it. There we go. Well, it'll just give me a thing. Oh, you know what, Code Green? I think you have shown me this before. Oh, well, yeah, those are different. Those are different prototypes that you're switching out at runtime. That was cool. Thank you for the follow, Don Fox 007. Appreciate you. Anyway, now I have smarts for JSON. Cool. Not that it helps because I have 975 bogus errors from Lua LS. What's the motivation for adding Objective-C style prefixes to all your prototypes? It's for mod compatibility reasons. So that if two mods add nitrogen, the mods will, sorry. The mods won't conflict with each other by default. And if you want the mods to work with each other, then you'll have to explicitly add support for that. Noise ZFS Vi setup. It's actually Sway and Cocoon. Well, thanks for the compliment anyway. Yeah, I mean, it will be slightly annoying to like change all of the instances of one thing to another if you want to do that, but it's better than having things just be broken. It's like the OR dictionary in Minecraft. Well, actually, OR dictionary makes things just work by default, so never mind. It's strange, man. I mean, it's just something that I've been wanting to do for a long time because Krastorio has been extremely inconsistent as to whether it adds prefixes. But the 2.0 update of Bob's mods, they added a Bob prefix to everything, and I talked to KiwiHawk about that, and they explained their reasoning, and I thought it made sense. It'd be nice if Pyanodons in space exploration would do the same thing, but I'm not expecting them to, especially Pyanodons. Okay, where is nitrogen? Dang it, I wish I could search this window. I could add that, but by the time I could use the feature, it won't be useful for me anymore. So, okay, nitrogen is good. Nitrogen. Cool. Oh, 1 second. I need to call this person back. Okay. I have something I need to do, but I'll do it after the stream. Was there ever a Krastorio 1? Yes, there was. It's right here, Krastorio Legacy. This was the original Krastorio. Wow, Krastor really got a lot better at lighting as he went on. Oh, look at the pre-0.17 GUI. That's so cute. And yeah, Code Green, thank you for that explanation. That makes sense. Yeah, they did a fantastic job with the UI overhaul. It is kind of annoying to work with when you want to make a super complex GUI, but it looks nice. Okay, cool. Oxygen. Okay, I don't have any oxygen condensers. Does Dosh have any oxygen condensers? The Mr. Doshington himself. Did he condense oxygen from the atmosphere? Yes. Okay, cool. So all the fluids are done now. Now I need to go back to recipes because I was doing recipes, but then I decided it would be better to rename the fluids first. I think the old GUI would have been better if it didn't have as much transparency and if it was slightly darker. Then I think it would have been fine. Well, actually, the old UI had weird layout issues that I tend to forget. So if I had like the old UI style but slightly darker and less transparent with the new UI layout, I think that would be fine. But also the new UI style is just cool. Wow, this is really out of order. Icon category required. Yeah, there we go. That's where it should be. Okay, so now a bunch of these should be good. Wait, why isn't that just called KR water? Is there already a KR water? Apparently. Water, what is this used in? Chemistry. Come on, Dosh, you don't have any chemical plants on you? Yeah, I don't miss the old GUI either. Every time I look at it, I throw up a little bit in my mouth. Ah, okay, so it's water recombination. Me no likey. Oh, but I can't do the thing where I like change it to one thing and then I change another thing to this thing. So this is just gonna have to stay as it is. Or maybe I will have to write a Lua migration for this. I've never really messed with those before. Alright, thanks, Strange Pan. See you around. Thanks for joining the stream. Also, what's the point of this? Because, like, you can just vent the oxygen or hydrogen, and you can just get water from a lake. So I don't understand why this recipe even exists. Maybe I'll just nuke it. Nah, I don't want to do that. Okay, so you do electrolysis in an electrolysis plant. Yeah, water separation, water electrolysis. Just a worse version of groundwater pump and bobs. Yeah, I've never actually played bobs, so I can't really compare. Hmm. Yep, I'm not gonna mess with that. It's too much work. Thanks for the follow-up, McBash. Appreciate you. Hey, Mechajed. Wait, actually, that's funny. You can just pull water out of the atmosphere, too? And I guess that's a thing in real life, but like, holy moly. That seems a little strange. So instead of having to get free water from the lake, you can just pull it out of thin air. That's actually kind of funny. Oh well, I'm not here to redo the whole mod, so we're not gonna worry about it. Okay, so now we're on bioprocessing. Well, actually, the offshore pump does too. Okay, so what does this cost? This costs 258 kilowatts. The offshore pump uses 20. Yeah, so it takes 10 times as much for 10 times as much power for 3 water a second versus 1200 water per second. No, Krastorio 3 is not happening. Sorry. Well, I mean, I guess I won't say that as an absolute, but as of right now, Krastorio 3 is not going to happen. It's just not. Krastor is not around anymore. Well, he's still alive, but he's not around. It's so weird to me that people say there's going to be a K3 because, like, there's never been a Space Exploration 2, or a Bob's 2, or an Angels 2, or an Exotic Industries 2. Well, I guess Exotic Industries is like 248K 2. So I don't understand why everyone's like, oh, I want Krastorio 3, because like it just doesn't make sense. And yeah, Linver, the last I heard from Linver, they didn't buy the Factorio DLC because they just don't play the game anymore. They're completely uninterested in it. And I haven't heard from Krastor in several years, so. Yeah, I mean, I'm streaming right now. I should be working, but instead I'm working on K2. Being irresponsible. I'm making significantly less money than I could be otherwise by actually working. But I feel like I need to get K2 done. Hey, Anonymous gave 10 gift subs. Jeez. I need to mention money more often. Thank you so much. That is very generous of you. Level 3 scam train immediately. That's crazy. You just added another third of total subscribers. Everyone asks what K3 is. Nobody asks how K3 is. Holy moly, Don Fox 007, thank you for the tier 1. Appreciate you. What happened to K1? K1 is still on the mod portal. You can find it under my name. It's just deprecated.
Don Fox 007 just subscribed.
Why is it so loud? Make sure you know who subbed. It's Fox Duo 007. I never played Krastorio 1, so I have no idea what was in it. Level 4 scam train. Crazy. Is Krastorio an answer to Pyanodon or its own concept? I have no idea. I assume it was just its own thing. What was the last thing I changed? Restore pollution filter. Oh, did DOS use the improved pollution filters? Is that why it's not working anymore? No. Oh, wait, hold on. Ah. That's probably what it is. Have you ever completed a Pi run? Has any of the other devs? Well, if you look at my stream VODs, you will discover that I am actively playing Pi. I have not yet beaten it, though. And I don't believe any of the others have either. I know several devs have played K2SE. At least one of them has. I know several of them have played Space Exploration, but I know Bozkid has played K2SE. Yeah, this is my current Pyanodons run. I'm only 40 hours in. I don't understand what motivates people to play Pyanodons, because you get content for literal years of play time. Well, it's not literal years of play time, but it takes you years to beat it casually, and it's just more and more stuff, and the way that you approach Pyanodons is you treat it as a Zen garden. You're not trying to beat the game. You just go on, you go back to your Zen garden factory, and you just fix a few things, and then you come back to it later. It is the Greg Tech of Factorio, yes. That's a very apt comparison. Oh, this is my save. Whoops. Am I using pollution filters here? No, I think I'm just using laser artillery. Well, I've never played Greg Tech, so I don't actually know. What the heck? Where are his pollution filters? Oh, no, they're broken because I changed which machine you craft them in. They used to be crafted in regular assemblers, but now they are crafted in biolabs. I intentionally changed that. Yeah, so now you do all of the pollution filter stuff in biolabs. And it also takes biomass in its recipe. Yay, scam train complete. Woo. Let's open my hype chest. Ugg mood emote. Cool. Very nice. So thank you all for the subs, but I really don't like don't like hype trains. Okay, tritium is already done. Ammonia, DT fuel cell, enriched copper, enriched iron, enriched rare metals, KR fertilizer, hydrogen chloride, emersite crystal, KR water, KR lithium chloride, KR. Okay, those are all done. Crafting with fluid, AI core. Oh, here we go. Okay, so landfill 2. Here it is. So you have 2 different landfill recipes. This one just takes sand. Landfill with sand. If landfill is so good, why haven't they made a landfill 2? Oh wait, they have. Gosh dang it, why does it always... Landfill with sand. Okay, I'm gonna do a... actual name for this. Recipe name, KR landfill with sand equals landfill with sand. Oh gosh, these are not at all alphabetized anymore. I'm gonna have to do that at some point. Thanks for gonna tell me there's a Factorio too. I mean, do you see in my title bar? I'd say there's a Factorio too, alright. But we didn't charge base game players for the sequel. It's not a sequel. The worst would be if we did make a Factorio sequel. Well, first off, I don't believe that's going to happen. But if it did happen, then it would be Factorio 2 1.0, and then it's just awful. Yeah, see, Josh doesn't have... Oh, yes, he does. Landfill 2, Carrot, landfill with sand. Landfill. He doesn't use it. Cool. Next, you're going to tell people Krastorio 2 is getting new starting screens. Well, it's getting this one because the old one actually like makes the game crash. Don't know why. But it's getting this. I'm going to add better ones in the future, but I have no creativity, so I'm not doing it right now. But you also still have like the custom menu background art if you disable the menu simulations. Also, you can still change this in the startup settings. You can go down here and change which one you want. You can have Krastorio-chan is the default. Oi, Krastorio-chan. Yeah, this is the default. I kind of wish you could change this without restarting the whole game, but it is what it is. Weeb. I am a weeb and proud of it. There's also this one. Have you not gotten hundreds of menu sims from people already? No, I put out a call in the devlog and I got like 2 people sending me their bases. This one's kind of neat. Mods banned Ryguard for being a weeb. But yeah, this is the default simulation. After the game comes out, or after Krastorio 2.0 comes out, I'm going to put out another call in the announcements channel and say, hey, if you want to feature your builds on the menu screen, I'll hold a competition for that. Zilta, thank you for the follow. Or it won't be a competition, but I'll just let people submit their things, and if I think they look cool, I'll put them in. Hey, Jigsaw. Factorio's folders now? It always has. You can't make them in the UI, but if you go to your saves folder, you can just make folders here and they will work in game. It's been like that since like I started playing, which was in 2017. Okay, well, the ordering is kind of weird, but I'll fix that later. Man, I really wish I could feel the left side of my foot right now. That'd be kind of nice. I'm hoping that it's just that my knees are swollen and it's impinging a nerve, and once the swelling goes down, the nerve will become unpinged and it will start working again. But if not, I will go see a doctor and pay $1 zillion because I live in America. I once fixed a corrupted save file by transplanting a level.dat from donor fresh save to this broken one. Fascinating. But that would, if you overwrite level.dat, then that'll overwrite everything in the save file. So how is that fixing the save file? Hey, Gogrin, you should fly over here, and then you can go snowboarding with me. You can experience the best snow on Earth. Like, legitimately, some of the best snow on Earth happens here. I live like an hour away from one of the best ski resorts in the world. You're actually a skier? Mods ban this lad. I'm just kidding. Skiing is actually more practical in every way. I learned how to snowboard when I was a kid, so it's what I do. Best? Okay, I need to go to Google. I've been trying to use DuckDuckGo, but DuckDuckGo is useless. Best ski resorts. Resort. Snow quality on Earth. Yep. The AI overview says that Utah's Cottonwood Canyons have the best snow on Earth. And that is the ski resort I go to. I live like an hour away from Brighton. Also, onthesnow.com is where the AI got its source, and it also agrees. Many places lay claim to great skiing, but only one owns the greatest snow on Earth. That designation belongs to Utah, which averages an incredible 500 inches of snow annually. So now you trust AI. Yeah, so let me go to Brighton's website. Snow conditions. Conditions and cams. Conditions. Right now we have 450 inches of snow this season and a 111 inch base depth. Which is ridiculous compared to most places on Earth. Like right now where I live, it's like 50 degrees here right now. But you go an hour away up this little canyon, and there's just this magical valley inside of this canyon, like this magical nook in this canyon where snow falls like all the time. It's like God just stretched out his hand and said, there will be ski resorts right here. Because there's 4 of them all right there, and they all get snow. They all get so much snow. It's insane. Sorry, I'm an American. I use dumb units. I don't know how to convert between them without a calculator. Well, I know it's 2.54 inches per centimeter, or centimeters per inch. So 2.54 centimeters per inch, and there were 450 inches. So that's 900 centimeters, like 930, let's say, centimeters of snow. So that's like almost 10 meters of snow in the total. Could you rate Satisfactory? X out of 10? X out of 10 because I've never played Satisfactory. No, Factorio does everything in metric internally. 1 tile is 1 meter. And most games do that because the Imperial system is trash. Oh, interesting. Actually, I am going to rename this. Hold on. Crushing. These should be auto-generated. Yeah, American system where 1 tile becomes 1 mile. So this is a 3-mile wide assembling machine, and the character is like 2 miles tall. I mean, you could add a mod that changes all the localization to be Fahrenheit and stuff, but it just wouldn't have the right numbers. You know what I would like? Space Age has crushing graphics, right? Yeah, it does. So I need to steal those gear icons, which is legal. And use it to fix the icon situation. Wait, what am I doing? Oh gosh, actually, I'm kind of morbidly curious what this will do. Rip the base. At least the trains are still working. Base is borked. Anyway, I want to use these gear cog things. Permanent borrowing without returning. Interesting. But yeah, we did decide that non-space age mods can use space age assets, because policing that on the mod portal sounds like a colossal waste of time that we could better spend doing other stuff. Hey, Lucifer. For example, Pyanodons is using like the space age carbon fiber icon. That's allowed. Must really love your work working and modding for Factorio. Yeah, well, I was a modder for many years before I was an employee, so I still like modding. And I also still play it for fun. Factorio is basically my whole life, and it's kind of sad. Thanks for the follow, Blazing Jackets. I need to get a life. Yeah, so like right here you have Immersite powder. Which this should be called Crush Immersite. And then this should be Crush Immersite Crystal. Life? What is that? Can I automate it? Currently don't have much time for Factorio at work, and then go Savage Raiding in Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah, I don't play MMOs for that reason. I would get way too invested in them. It's called Home Assistant. Oh man, so my new apartment has quote-unquote smart features, and they're not very smart. It uses this app called Ambient, and Ambient has like 1.4 star rating on Google Play. Because every time you press a button, it takes like 20 or 30 seconds for it to let you press anything else. Also, the dimmer switches that they have on my lights are really bad. Also, they put dimmer switches on the fans, and these dimmer switches are configured such that they ramp up slowly and then ramp down slowly, and fans are not configured for that. So what that means is that I press the fan switch, and the fan takes like 5 seconds before it starts moving at all, and then it'll start rotating backwards, and then it'll finally, once it gets to 100%, it'll start rotating the correct way. Like, and I can't be good for it. No, Ambient is a smart home app. It's not just a lighting thing. Oh, actually, you have to set that to false, don't you? Oh no, it's an empty string. Sorry. Printers are the root of all evil. Even like, because Framework had a Q&A recently where someone's like, are you guys going to make a printer? And the CEO was basically like, the printer industry is so awful that we can't find a way to do it and still be profitable. Really sad. He said they do need to make a profit in order to, you know, continue living. So they just can't make a printer without losing a ton of money in the process, and that's just not feasible for them. Because the printer industry is so bad. Yeah, printer ink is horribly cheap to produce and horribly overpriced. That's how they get you. Okay, crush imersite crystal. So this icon needs to be changed. I'm gonna add a to-do for this. To-do, make new icon with imersite crystal and crushing overlay. I don't think monitors are that bad. Because, like, if you replace the display on your monitor, what do you do with it? You'd need to buy another monitor chassis. At that point, may as well just buy a whole new monitor. On the laptop itself, it makes sense to be able to replace the display in case you break it. But, like, I'm going to upgrade to the 2.5K display on my Framework, and I don't know what I'm going to do with the old one. I'm going to have to, like, 3D print a chassis for it or something. Okay, and this is going to change to imersite crystal, or crush imersite, because it has multiple products. Well, actually, that's probably fine. We'll keep that for now. You know what? I'm actually going to change this. Well, I'll change that in a minute. Nah, it's fine. I'll keep it as it is. We adopted Framework just because of how annoying sending in laptops were for repair for the USB-C charging ports. Interesting. Framework's pretty nice. I just wish it had better battery life, but I'm about to upgrade from an Intel to one of the new Ryzen AI processors, so those should have better battery life than my Intel by like a huge margin. My Intel is a furnace. My laptop only lasts like 5 hours on a good day. Even on like performance, or even on like battery saver mode, it doesn't last very long. Okay, well, we're not going to add any migrations for these recipes because... Oh, wait, we already did. I'm an idiot. We have been doing that. So let's make sure it worked. Y'all on Team Digital Calculator or Mechanical Calculator? I've never used a Mechanical Calculator. I'm not on Team Mechanical, sorry. What, am I going to go buy an abacus at the store? Okay, let's just check. Spot check inserter to parts. KR crush inserter. Inserter parts. KR inserter parts. Long-handed inserter to parts. KR crush long-handed inserter. What was the other one we did? We did Immersite dust. Or it was Immersite crystal to dust is what it was. Immersite crystal. Wow, where is it? To dust. Oh, it never was. What? Hold up. Hold up. What did I do? Immersite crystal to dust. Yeah, I never wrote a migration for that. Wait. I mean, an abacus would be a nice thing to have on a shelf. It looks cool, but I've never used it as a calculator. Mechanical can divide by 0. I mean, my digital calculator won't throw an error. It'll just say undefined. Okay, so there's not really a reason to migrate these because they're all in the crusher anyway. That's a furnace. So it literally doesn't matter if we migrate it, but it's fine. We already did it. So let's just commit. No, I'm pretty sure. Oh, it's nan. It's negative nan, actually. Division by 0. Okay, so Python throws an error. Lua just gives you negative nan. Fascinating. Oh, what am I doing? 2 incorrect. Fuel 1 and fuel 2. The heck? Ah. What the heck are these? Okay, fuel 1. Where is that? Recipes, fuel refinery. Okay, that's actually later, so let's not do that yet. The crushing is done. Electrolysis, KR heavy water, KR water electrolysis, KR water separation, KR lithium. It's already done. Fluid filtration. Okay, this one is not done. What is coal filtration? Wait, you can do that? I didn't know this was in the mod. Category is fluid filtration, so we go in a filtration plant. And you can just grab coal. Oh, that's cool. With no sludge or byproducts or anything. That's weird. So Krastorio says that heavy oil is just water with chunks of coal floating in it. That's interesting. Strange. Oh well, I'm not changing it. Not my problem yet. Oh, the coal filtration recipe was a bane for you? Sad. Oh my gosh. K2 dash sync. Keep enabled. This is gonna crash. Enable graphics, please. Thank you. I'll have to post YouTube links here? Sure. As long as it's safe for work. I don't really care. Dirty water filtration 1. Okay, so what's the difference here? So 1 gives you water, stone, iron, ore, and 2 gives you water, stone, copper. Okay. So what should a name for this be? Well, what's the display name, actually? Filter dirty water. Okay, so I think this should be named something like filter iron ore from dirty water, filter copper ore from dirty water, filter rare metal ore from dirty water. Something like that. I will put this in my for later. Okay, so this will be KR filter iron ore from dirty water. Wait, that was just water filtration. Dirty water filtration 1. I wonder which one Dosh is used like 2 years ago. Man, I'm so sad. I watched Dosh's K2 video like right as it came out. So I was one of his like OG subscribers. but I didn't subscribe to his Patreon until like after C Block. I should have done that way sooner. I feel bad. Yeah, I subscribed to Dosh before he had 5,000 subscribers. What was I looking at? Right. Dirty water filtration. Yeah. Filter iron ore from dirty water. Slightly wordy, but it's fine. Are two different songs or is it just a weird track? I think it's just a weird track. Oh, it goes across files. That's interesting. Storio's title screen is a something. Well, yeah, I was planning on there being more stuff here, but it's gonna have to wait till after the release because it's a low priority. Although honestly, it's kind of grown on me for some reason. Just the simple nature of it. my gosh, this has gotten so long that 1 pixel of... Never mind, I'm just an idiot. Okay, so KR Advanced Fuel is good, KR Biofuel is good, KR Biomethanol is good. Fuel 1. Fuel, here we go. Okay, so this should be fuel from light oil, and this should be fuel from solid fuel. That sounds kind of stupid, but it's fine. Must be, okay, light oil. KR fuel from light oil. Okay, so that means I'll also be able to get rid of these. There we go. That's a really dumb name. Oh, the song got a lot louder. Can you still hear me? Okay, it's over. Fuel from solid oil. Well, it's fuel from solid fuel. Nah. Oh, that's what you meant. Thanks. I would have found that eventually. Still missed one. What? Oh. What, did I miss it here too? No. What kind of fuel was it? Vehicle fuel. Yep, here we go. But the hydrogen output is gone because the barreling recipe broke? Oh. I might need to fix that. That's annoying. And neither of these are used anymore. Rocket fuel with ammonia. I have a feeling I've already renamed those. Nope. Hmm. Because in other places we have solid fuel from ammonia, solid fuel from light oil, and then we have fuel from light oil. But here it's rocket fuel with ammonia. I think there should be rocket fuel from ammonia and rocket fuel from hydrogen chloride. Yeah, I'm gonna change those. Or at least try to alphabetize these. I'm just gonna assume it'll work because... Wait. Oh, I never added the migration. Doi? Hey, Abuelita. How are you doing today? Rum sounds like it's the main ingredient. With sounds like it isn't the main ingredient, or if there is no main ingredient. I mean, you might be right. I kind of found myself regretting that change, so maybe we will change it back. Yeah, rocket fuel from ammonia. Because, like, you're right. The other recipes are all, like, the exclusive ingredient. But this one has multiple. And I already set precedent for that because the lithium components, electronic components with lithium here. It's not from lithium. Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna change it back. You changed my mind. Also, music died again. There we go. That'll show the artist as well. Rocket fuel with ammonia. What I don't get is Krastorio had this locale for like variations, and then it used them on the fuel recipes, but not on the rocket fuel recipes. Those also don't have order strings, which I'll have to fix later. Did I forget the... Yeah. Okay, growing. Wood. Wood with fertilizer. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Uh... And I already have the migration, so we don't need to make another one. Oh, here it is. Wood with fertilizer, KR grow wood. With water, KR wood. Wood. Then we can change this to wood with fertilizer. Really? I already had that somewhere. Neat. Okay, did I do wood with fertilizer in my game? Although, actually, hold on. I need to... Factory planner and mouse over construction are not enabled. Cool. No, I also didn't do wood with fertilizer, because why would you? Why would you? It just takes more power to do it this way, but I'd rather just add more steam engines than to have to deal with all the fertilizer stuff. Would be better if there was a word to signal as recipe making something out of something and does not have any extra meaning to it, so you can use it in both cases. Well, yeah, I could just do wood. Wait, that didn't work. What? Did I not restart after I changed that? You still need to save with all entities. I've created something in Factorio 1.1. Yes, that would be great. Thank you. Preferably, because like what I wanted to make with a script was every entity, and then every recipe, and every fluid, and every item, and every tile. Just like pretty much everything, because I need to make sure that all of the migrations work. So you would need to like have one instance of, you'd have to have an instance of at least one machine with each recipe. Oh, I don't need to load a save. I just need to check the locale. No, it's not working. What? Why? Wood with fertilizer. Main product equals nothing. I did save it. There's no localized name override. Oh, wait, hold on. Wood with for oh. It's working fine. You can make a Crew Krastorio 3 if you just rename everything. Where's the wood with fertilizer recipe? It's like nowhere to be found. Oh, it's over here. Hmm. Category is should be the same as this. Well, no, group should be intermediate products. Subgroup order. Should be right after a. What? Oh, did I not? No, it's subgroup. Oh, I looked at the group. Yeah. Harumph. Okay, so what is the actual subgroup? Subgroup is raw resource. Okay, that didn't work. Why is it back there? Excuse me? Because we have item name wood, item order is a wood. And we have recipe name. Oh right, doesn't Factoriopedia always put I didn't consider this. We can't rename this to have a KR prefix because it needs to be grouped with its item. So that is the exception to the rule. You can't put a KR prefix if it needs to be like follow the simple product logic. That's annoying. Well, let's undo both of those commits. Okay. Oh, I also forgot the oh no, I didn't. It's pretty easy to undo though. That's fine. No, I'm Jigsaw. I am not making a K3. People keep wanting it, but there's nothing to do there. Like, Krastor's gone, Linver's gone. It's just not gonna happen. There's nothing there. Okay, so now it's back grouped again. This is still, like, at the end, which is annoying, but it's fine. Need Krastorio. Actually, I do have some ideas for content mods, but I don't have the motivation or the time. And people have been sort of doing the same things I've been wanting. Regarding Factoriopedia ordering, change the subgroup of recipes solid fuel from petroleum gas. Same subgroup as solid fuel item. I also changed the order strings. Factoriopedia did not order the recipes between solid fuel item and plastic bar item recipe. Actually, I'm pretty sure recipe book will. I already have it enabled. So, like, Factoriopedia will do it like this, but recipe book will do it like that. The recipe book actually has the correct behavior. And I know exactly why it happens. It's because when Factoriopedia is adding things, or when Factoriopedia is iterating things, which is what is used for the selection list, it does all recipes and then all items and then all fluids. So it might not be completely straightforward to fix, unfortunately. The way recipe book does it is it builds a table. Here, I'll just show you. So recipe book does it in a slightly different way. So it does the same thing as Factoriopedia. In fact, I actually ripped off Factoriopedia's code for this. Wait, what? Where's the recipes? Okay, so I do it slightly differently. I iterate all the things and add them, but then I go through and order them based on their order strings, regardless of what they are. Whereas the base game doesn't do that. Oh, wait, yes, it does. Can I just do this? Uno momento. LazyGit has gotten less stable recently, it feels like. Yeah, Red Jack, but ADHD moment, I want to see if I can fix it right now. Because I was also just got annoyed by it. Also, in case anyone's wondering, yes, I do have permission to show Factorio source code on my stream. I got permission from GoverX to do that. It's not like you guys are going to be able to steal our IP by seeing a little bit of code. Plus, we ship the game with debug symbols anyway, so it's pretty easy to decompile the game. So yeah. We're not super worried about protecting the code. I mean, obviously we're not open sourcing the game right now, but we're not super fussed if you see a couple lines. That is not an official company statement. That is what I think. And ChatGPT, I'm gonna ask ChatGPT to fill in the missing code. You'll steal my terrible fluid system? Oh no. Anyway, while we're waiting. Anything you were allowed to share what's on the roadmap? Nope. Am I just a fluid guy? Yes. Something tells me that didn't work. Well, I ripped off Factoriopedia, and now Factoriopedia is gonna rip me off. Oh. Okay, so I already sorted by subgroup. Like, the subgroups are already in order. But then I do the order is less than, yeah. Okay, so this needs to be a little more complicated. This indentation is a little nuts. Okay, so if that... Wait, no, I need to sort it twice. What am I missing here? Because I need to somehow combine two different predicates into one. Maybe I do it a slightly dumber way. Maybe I stable sort it twice. First time is just the subgroups. Second time is if a.getPrototype get subgroup ID. There you go. And this should return a source the elements in the range first, last, in non-descending order. The order of equivalent elements is guaranteed to be preserved. That's good. Where the heck are the parameter? Oh, frick. Random it. Where's the compare? Here we go. How do I get to the type of compare? Comp. There we go. Which returns true if the first argument is less than before the second. Okay, so yeah, I do return false. That should work. And then we get the get order string is less than order string. Will that work? The whole problem here is that we're sorting the whole list at once. Oh, you can do that with make pair. Jim Rituals, thank you for the tier 1. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. We'll see what the text to speech does this time. It shouldn't say anything this time. Because you just subscribed. It should only do something if you have a resub.
Just subscribe.
Why? I thought I fixed that. Frickin' Twitch. You know what? We're just going to disable them for now. Because I can't figure this out. No text-to-speech for you. And you're welcome. This pic looks AI generated. Oh my gosh, you're right. I know it's not, but it kind of does look like it. That's sad. Wait, that worked. Ha! Ha! What the? Why is my editor hotkey Control E? Also, why are there... Oh, right. Yeah, that actually works. Nice. Well, let's try Hanodest's solution because that feels cool. So it'll compare both of them at the same time. Compare first if equal, compare second, and that's how the stood pair thing works. That's cool. I didn't know that. Auto thing 1. Well, I learned something today. Thank you. Okay, ID A, ID B. Ah, info A, info B. Naming things is hard. Oh, wait, hold on. It's this one. There we go. I could expand these, but that would be like a stud pair subgroup ID. Item subgroup ID, a stud string. Yeah, whatever. Auto is fine in this case. Live debugging, indeed. Well, cool. If this works, I will off stream submit this as a PR, and we'll see what happens. While you're there, let's make 120 hertz Factorio. Nope. Oh, you know what? I have a theory. Hold on, let me bring up something on Slack. So there is this PDF file for the Nintendo Switch 2 that says Nintendo Switch games that start up on Nintendo Switch 2 but include some in-game compatibility issues. And if you look down here, Factorio is on the list. Now, I am not privy to anything that Twinsen is doing, so my theory is that this is on the list because Factorio does not support 120 hertz. Although, actually, no, that doesn't make sense, because a lot of games have game loops that have hard-coded max refresh rates. So if that were the case, then maybe a lot more games would be on here. Like, you can't just make a game run at 120 by increasing the display rate. Yeah, no, that's probably not it. I don't know. Don't ask me what the problem is because I don't know what it is. Does the Switch 2 not have VRR? It actually does. At least on the handheld screen, NVIDIA confirmed that it has G-Sync. I don't know about the dock, though. I'd be very surprised if it didn't. Can't pre-order a Switch 2 anyway in the US for now? Yeah, because they decided to wait until they figure out economic garbage. Okay, cool, that works. All right, cool. So I will submit this as a change to Pard, and we'll see. Pard's the person in charge of Factoriopedia. Cool, that works. Awesome. I'm not like I'll say my take about the game price. I think the console price is reasonable. 450 is fine for the amount of power you're getting and things like that. So I'm not fussed about that at all. I think $80 games is unfortunate, but I don't think it's completely like it's. Do I want $80 games? No, but on the other hand, $60 in 2016 was is $800 today. Sorry, oh my gosh. $60 in 2016 is $80 today. So if you're not decreasing your profit margin, then $80 is what you need to do. And I'm sure Nintendo doesn't want to decrease their profit margin. So that makes sense to me. Even though I don't like it, it makes sense from a capitalist perspective. It is overpriced for the ecosystem. That is true. If everyone else is doing $70 games and you're doing 80, that is a little weird. Lucifer, the Switch 2 is actually more powerful than the Steam Deck, I think, in terms of raw graphical capability. Steam Deck teraflops. Yeah, the Steam Deck is 1.6 teraflops. That is what the Switch 2 does in handheld mode, is around the same thing. But in Switch 2 in docked mode is significantly more powerful than that. So yeah, the Switch 2's price is justified, in my opinion. No, Lucifer, the Switch 1 is the PS3 level. The Switch 2 is PS4 level handheld and PS4 Pro level docked. And we've known that for quite a long time. Also, the Switch 2 is ARM, and the Steam Deck is x86. I'm still gonna play my Steam Deck more because it has my entire Steam library, and I love my Steam Deck. It's like the best console I've ever owned. But the Switch 2 is also pretty good, and I think it's worth the price. Wait, why did that change again? Get out of here. Stop. What do you think about the next Xbox is basically a computer with Windows? It means I'm never buying an Xbox. Not that I was doing that anyway. Oh! The frick? Oh, whatever. I got so distracted by that, I've lost my train of thought. Coke liquefaction, Coke liquefaction. Okay, Coke liquefaction. That order changed. I'm actually gonna, no. It's fine, it's too late. I can't actually amend commits because I use GPG, which is unfortunate. Did you happen to get around to asking about the build flags for Flua? Yes, nobody responded. I'm gonna ask again on Monday. Also, there's actually an alternative. I can remote into a PC at the office and compile the game on there, and just do whatever I want, so I might just do that, actually. Yeah, Mouse 6, I'll show you what has to do with it. What? Oh, no, it's renaming commits. Renaming commits is what's broken, so if I try to rename this, it won't work. I've mixed it up. Hello, Ragard, how are you? I'm good, how are you, Brahms? Good, thanks. Trying to convince my friend to make his first Factorio mod. Interesting. Okay, well, I am going to take a quick break. I will be back momentarily. I'm back. You saw your comment about wanting to mod fix every minor inconvenient thing you see. That's me with game dev these days. Every time I play a video game, I'm like, oh, that was terrible. I want to fix it. And I like go through my head like how they implemented everything and what they could do to do it better and like possible alternatives. And I'm like, geez, I'm such a game dev. Okay, so we only have a few more recipes to go. I already did all the tech cards. Yeah, not that much. Let's just get it done. We're almost there. Okay, so all of these are going to change. KR copper cable from copper ore. K2.0 tonight? No. Probably not even this week. Well, probably not even next week. Probably the week after that. I've been really busy this week with life stuff. There we go. Are you accepting work for monies or too busy? Have a mod I've been working on that I'll need your help with at some point. I am too busy, sorry. I need to focus on my life and my work. I'm already neglecting work to work on Krastorio. I have hardly worked at all this week, actually. Maybe worked like 20 hours. Actually, less than that, like 16 hours this whole week. It's been bad. Voice sounds nice, thanks. I've gotten, like, you know how it's a thing where, like, you hate the sound of your own voice? I've gotten a lot better about that. Like, I used to really hate the sound of my own voice, but since I started, like, streaming a lot more, I listen to my own streams sometimes. I'm like, yeah, my voice doesn't sound as bad as I thought. Do you want to support loading K 1.0 saves to K2? No. Well, yes. Anything after 1.2.25. So 1.2.25 or later will load okay. Anything before that won't load. Thought I'd ask, got a new planet working well, but something I want to add I think is beyond my skill. Yeah, there's plenty of people in the modding Discord, the modding channel of the Reddit Discord that can help you. Reddit Discord, yeah, the Discord server, the main Factorio Discord server is not official. It's run by the Reddit moderators. It's the r/Factorio Discord. We don't have an official Discord. Or at least that's how it used to be. Sorry, Code Green, I was wrong. It was originally the Reddit Discord, and now it no longer is. At least as far as I'm aware. It's evolved. So yeah, it is the Factorio community Discord, but it's not an official Discord run by Wube. We do not run the Discord. That's how I think it should be. What is that editor? It is Catcoon. It is superior editor that nobody should use unless you're really dedicated to making your own setup. Very niche, like even more niche than Vim. And that's already pretty niche. How did I manage that? Had someone in Factorio VC yesterday who must have been a professional opinion haver or something because they really, really wanted me to try NeoVim. Yeah, yeah, I just typed the link. But, I believe that, like, you use whatever tool works best for you. For many people, that'll be a full-fledged IDE. Others will be VS Code. For me, it is Catcoon. I will encourage people to try Catcoon. Like if it was interesting to you, then give it a shot. But I'm not gonna pester you saying you must use Catcoon or you're an absolute idiot. That's just not true. Except for Helix, you should never use Helix. You should use Catcoon instead. Helix butchers Catcoon. Anyway, that was a joke. But use whatever works best for you. Like Code Green uses VS Code, best for him. Doesn't matter. If you really want to try Vim Motions, you can install VS Code extension that lets you do that. In fact, that's the way I recommend you do it, is instead of going straight to Vim or NeoVim, if you want to try it, first install the Vim plugin for your editor, and then get used to the motions first. Because that'll tell you whether or not you actually want to use Vim. I don't like VS Code. I mean, VS Code, I still have it, because it's the best... oh gosh, it is on X11 and it looks terrible. If I have to use a full editor, then I will use VS Code, but I'd rather just not do that. Hey, Highspeed. You were gifted a sub earlier in the stream. Congratulations. So this one is a little interesting because it's this electronic components recipe doesn't have like a single input. It's just a simpler version of electronic components that lets you skip certain steps. but it's less efficient. Vim is an ancient editor. Been around since like the 80s. Yeah, I'm gonna call it simple electronic components. It seems like the best way to do it. But it kind of sounds like there's like multiple levels of electronic component. I don't know. Whatever. But that's what it is. It's a simpler recipe. Oh, I could do easy instead. So instead of like a simple product, it's an easy way to make it. That seems better. Simple, easy. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Primogen's content these days because he's definitely fallen into like he's full-time content creator now. He's definitely fallen into like the Twitch chat brain rot. But I still have immense respect for him as a person, and whenever he's not talking to his Twitch chat, he's actually extremely intelligent and calm. He plays up his personality for his chat, and that's fine. I just don't watch his stuff. But he has extremely good experience, and he has very good opinions most of the time. One of the opinions that I don't agree with him is that one time he tried out Helix and completely dismissed it because it wasn't Vim. And I'm like, dude, that's super hypocritical because you're telling people to throw away their editor for Vim, but you're not willing to put Vim aside for something to try something else. But he eventually deleted that video because I think he realized that it was dumb. So yeah, I have immense respect for him, but I'm not a huge fan of watching his daily content. In fact, he was recently on a podcast, like a 5-hour-long podcast, and I listened to the whole thing because he just has really good insights on a lot of stuff. Anyway. What was I doing? Yeah, electronic components. Once they get you, you can't use any program without Vim keybindings. Exactly. I go to VS Code, like, in VS Code, I have a Cocoon plugin called Dance. Can't really see it because it's blurry. But yeah, I have a Cocoon plugin because I can't get away from Cocoon. You have a video or so showcasing your dev environment? No, but I want to make one someday because I think my dev environment's super unique and interesting. I think a lot of people would like to see a video about that. Mercium beam from Immersite. Wait. How do you usually make Immersium beams? From Immersite powder. Yeah, okay. So you usually make an Immersite plate. Immersium plate with rare metals and immersium powder. But this allows you to skip that and go directly to the beam for less powder and less rare metals. Actually, that makes sense. So this should be immersium beam from immersite powder. No. Easy immersium beam is what I'm going to call it because it's skipping steps. Or it doesn't have like a single thing I can use as the from. ARSC immersium beam. AR easy immersium beam. Immersium beam for dummies. There we go. Should be working on my hack, but the main thing is being an absolute creeper to my mod pack dev. What does that actually say? Explode, okay. Undiagnosed with very blatant ADHD. Yeah, I have ADHD as well, and I'm unmedicated. I've just learned how to control it because my specific brand of ADHD is not that bad, thankfully. I've taken meds before. They all have adverse side effects for me. I have a save with all entities and recipes I can find. What's the best way to send you a link to the file? You can send it to me on Discord, or you can upload it to here. The URL looks sus, but I promise it's okay. It just has an anime girl in the corner. But it's a very good file sharing service. You can post it there and then post a link in the chat if you want. I feel kind of like self-conscious using this because like it's super weeby, but it's such a good service. Like it just works. It's super fast. It just has anime girls on it. I'm usually like I'm a weeb, but I try not to force that on other people because I know how annoying it can be. Okay, waifu soul, I'm not that weeby, sorry. I'm not saying that. Nothing wrong with an anime girl in the corner. I think it just has a bad rep because people think that people who like anime girls are creepos. Creepers? I don't know what I was trying to say. Because a lot of them are. So we get a bad reputation. I just like anime, okay? I'm not a creep, I just like anime. But thankfully that stigma has gotten a lot better as I've gotten older. Recommend me an anime you personally like. I need something new to chew on. Well, I like a lot of them, but they're all pretty mainstream. Like Frieren, Mushoku Tensei. Mushoku Tensei is great. A lot of people don't like it for various reasons, but it's one of my favorite shows. Demon Slayer is cool. It's not like super intelligent, but the animation's really awesome, especially on my OLED TV. Apothecary Diaries is also very good. What's some more niche shows that I've watched? Ah, shoot. I'm not a very good weeb. I don't watch niche stuff very much. What's the most niche show I've ever seen? Akame ga Kill is pretty good. I enjoyed that. I'm sure there's been some. Thank you, MacBash. Jeez, I'm pulling a blank. I'm sorry. I'm giving up. I have to keep focusing because I actually do have other stuff to do today, and it's getting later in the day. So I need to finish pretty quick here. I'm an anime enjoyer. Like 10 years ago, I watched a show called Kado: The Right Answer. It was a CG anime, but it was really fascinating. I remember liking it. There's also Astro Lost in Space, which is about a bunch of kids who get stranded in space. Uh, it's enjoyable, but the plot kind of goes off the rails near the end, so be prepared for that. Wonder Egg Priority is extremely good for the first 7 episodes, and then it completely loses itself. And Don Da Don is very good. I had watched that recently. Jigsaw. Oh, Vinland Saga. Vinland Saga is very good. That's actually one of the shows that I would recommend to people who are wanting to watch an anime but don't like the really cliche ones. Because Vinland Saga is just a Viking story, but anime. It's very good. It's one of my favorites. You can't do anime, or you're not willing to give anime a chance. Like, I will say, for every good show, there's 100 or maybe even 1,000 bad ones, and very mid ones. But there are some extremely good ones out there. It's just an art form. But because it's all Japanese, there are some things that carry between. But yeah, Vinland Saga is very good because it doesn't have a lot of like the classic anime tropes. It's just a Viking story, but it happens to be Japanese animation. But yeah, Dagorana, like both of those shows are. I mean, Astra's okay, but Wonder Egg gets so bad near the end that it just soured my whole experience of the show. But the first 7 episodes are like really good. I think it's the first 7. You'll know what I'm talking about if you watch it. There will be one episode where you'll just be like, huh? And then from then on, it gets even worse. Promise Neverland was also one that was really good for season 1, and then I haven't even watched season 2 because I've just heard so many bad things about it. Thank you for the follow, Jestrick. Fullmetal Alchemist is pretty good as well. It's a classic. But if you don't like Fullmetal Alchemist, you're probably not gonna like a lot of anime, because a lot of anime is shonen, and it's like the same kind of thing. Dress Up Darling is good, but it's also extremely anime. And tons of fan service. Don't watch it unless you really like anime already. It's not a good gateway anime. Okay. Thank you for this, MacBash. I really appreciate it. Yeah, this will be helpful. Okay. Let's get back on track. Easy Immersium gear wheel. Where are the advanced assemblers? Uh-oh, they're missing. That's okay, though. It actually is showing them as migrated in here, so I might not need all of them. Oh, season 1 of ReZero is so hard to watch sometimes, especially in the middle. You're just like, I just want to freaking punch Subaru sometimes. I have seen season 2, but I've not watched season 3 yet. Yeah, like Mushoku Tensei or Jobless, I think everyone just calls it Mushoku Tensei, is really hard to watch because of the main character. Like, he's straight up a pedophile. And then they go out of their way to make sure you know he's a pedophile. But it makes his character development really, really satisfying to see him like grow out of that and try to redeem himself. I won't dive into it because politics. The stigma of how weebs are socially treated as unwashed weirdos is kind of weird, similar to political stuff. Interesting. Okay, well, Lucifer, don't talk about spoilers, please. Edward. Also, I will say, Steins Gate. Steins Gate's also quite good. The two shows that I prefer the English dub over the Japanese is Steins Gate and Fullmetal Alchemist. Everything else I prefer the Japanese, but those two shows in particular, their dubs are fantastic. Oh, you played the visual novel? Nice. I've never have. I'm a casual who just watches the show. I actually dropped it once because of a certain episode, where Ocarina was just being an idiot. But it turns out that was like one episode before everything started happening. And then I watched it again, and now it's one of my favorite shows. Also, because I was watching the Japanese version, and they make a lot of really obscure Japanese cultural references in that show. And I didn't really know the Japanese culture back then because it was one of my first animes I watched. So I dropped it. And then I came back to it and watched the dub, and they replaced most of the Japanese references with American ones. So that allowed me to get through like the first half of the show. And now I just love the show in general, and I'm going to rewatch it in Japanese at some point. Yeah, that scene, Rad Jack, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I dropped it because of that the first time. What did I do wrong? SC Iron Beam, KR Easy Iron. Oh, yeah. Iron Beam from Iron Ore. Iron Ore? Ah. Oh my gosh, that is such a light novel title, Lucifer. That's I hate it. I hate those titles so much. I think that's also what gives anime a bad rap. Like the title is a whole paragraph. I also equate the quality of a show inversely proportional to how long its title is. Like, the longer the title, the worse the show is, in my opinion. Oh! Too Many Losing Heroines. That's also a freaking good show. I love it. Sorry to anyone who doesn't like anime. We've been talking about it for like 15 minutes. I apologize. My viewership has dropped since this conversation started. Thanks for the follow, the Dog of Chaos. Appreciate you. Hey, Code Green, you're still here. I'm surprised. Like, Too Many Losing Heroines is an actually good depiction of romance in anime, which is really uncommon. A lot of anime is written by single men, and you can tell. But that show is like, the romance is so good. New follow right after you stopped. Hey, I didn't stop because I kept going. Okay, Iron Beam from Iron Ore, it worked. Iron Beam from Iron Ore. Okay, it did work. Posture check, thank you. I keep meaning to add a noise or a cue for that, and I keep forgetting. Oh, I have not seen Cyberpunk yet. It's been on my list for a long time, but I don't have a streaming service that runs it, so I'm gonna have to buy it and or obtain it in some other form before I can watch it. What's your reaction to piracy in the age of streaming? What do you mean in the age of streaming? Like streamers playing pirated games? Is that what you're talking about? Netflix and 100 more. Oh, video streaming. I think that streaming services have gone the way of cable, and it's now so prohibitively expensive to watch everything that you want to watch that piracy is becoming more popular again. However, I choose to buy, because like I do have some disposable income because I have a pretty good job. So I do choose to buy shows that I really like on Blu-ray, but that's not always an option for people. So I totally do not blame people who don't have the means to watch everything they want to watch and are obtaining it in other ways. Like piracy, like as Gabe Newell said, piracy is a service issue. If you give people a way to cheaply pay for the things that they want, they will do it. Most people don't want to resort to piracy, but piracy is a service issue, either because things are too expensive or the quality is too low or a combination of both. Right, can do. That's another thing. Like if you don't live in the US, sometimes you're just straight out of luck. And then if you're in the US, sometimes you're out of luck. Depends. Thanks, Red Jack. Have a good night. Yeah, the Dog of Chaos. I have an unfair advantage. I clickbaited people to following me because I'm a Factorio dev. That's the only reason why I have this many viewers. I don't believe that my entertainment value is actually all that high. I think people just watch me because I'm a Factorio dev, which is pretty sad. But hey, I stopped using the clickbait and people still show up to my streams, so maybe I'm more entertaining than I give myself credit for. We have The Office at home. I've never seen The Office. It's been on my list. Ever since like 10 years ago, I don't just straight up don't watch live action shows. I only watch anime or animated shows. Because I'm just not very interested in live action for the most part. But that means I've never watched things like Big Bang Theory, The Office. One my mom likes a lot is The West Wing. There's all these things that I want to watch, but since I've only had subscriptions to like Crunchyroll in the past, I haven't had the ability to watch these other things. So that's why I've never seen them. But The Office is definitely on my list. Oops, I didn't rename the. Even Factorio mod dev stream is niche only you do, I think? I haven't seen other devs do it. Well, Code Green streams sometimes. Y'all should go follow him. He has pretty good coding streams. I don't often attend them because they usually happen after, like, when... They're usually happening when I'm working, and I don't like to chill in coding streams while I'm working because it distracts me a lot. And or it's right after I've been streaming and I just want to sleep. So... But yeah, Code Green does some Factorio mod dev as well. But also the people are really anticipating Krastorio, so that might also be why I have a lot of viewers for this, because I post these on the Krastorio Discord. You did hear your name. I was recommending people follow your stream because you also do Factorio mod dev. I'm not the only one. Oh, and Galdoc as well. There's a lot of Factorio mod dev. I have 69 viewers. Nice. Nobody leave. Nobody else join. We need to keep it at 69. The perfect number of viewers. Gosh, I've gotten so distracted. I could have been done by now if we hadn't started talking about anime. That really sucked me in. Iron stick from iron ore. He's on a break week since his wife had the week off. Nice. That explains why I haven't seen him streaming for a little bit. People have lives. There's someone on the Krastorio Discord saying, there hasn't been a devlog update for 3 days. What's going on? And I'm like, dude, I have a life. Krastorio isn't my only care. In fact, if it was, it would have been out on launch day. Stream only when I really feel like it, because streaming forced me to focus on the modding for a few hours straight. Yeah, same here. I keep thinking, like, once I stabilize my schedule a bit more, I want to, like, make an actual stream schedule and be consistent, because I like streaming. I really enjoy it. So I might try to make it, like, a part-time gig for me. Like, not as my primary source of income. I'm always going to be a developer. But streaming is something I just really enjoy doing. Turns out it runs in our family. 3 of us like to stream a lot, so 3 of us are pretty regular streamers. But my problem is, I work for myself because I'm a contractor, so my working hours are not consistent whatsoever. If I just feel like sleeping in, I'll sleep in till 1 p.m. and then my entire schedule is just hosed. And I have to prioritize working over streaming, so... Then again, I should have been working today, and I wasn't. I haven't worked at all today because I've been streaming instead. Okay, let's check all these again. Iron gear wheel, those haven't been fixed yet. Iron stick from enriched iron stick from iron ore, copper cable from copper ore. These should be the other way around. Copper cable from enriched copper, iron beam from enriched iron beam from iron ore, steel beam, hasn't been updated yet actually. Easy immersium beam, steel gear wheel, hasn't been updated. Easy immersium gear wheel. And easy electronic components. What ended up happening is to steel pipes. Yeah, I'm going forward with the plan of making them not connect to iron pipes so that you can have multiple networks and have slightly more compact designs. That's the way I think would be the most interesting way to have 2 different pipe types. Because now the throughput doesn't matter at all anymore. For better or for worse. Sometimes I really feel bad about getting rid of the throughput puzzle, but the reality is, like, at least for me, the 1.1 fluid puzzle was never a puzzle. I do the exact same thing now that I did before. Before, I would just lay 1 pipe for each fluid and then put pumps wherever the throughput was low. Like, that's exactly the same puzzle as what we have now, except now it's a spatial limitation, which I actually don't like, but whatever. Now, like, fluid must flow has pretty much no reason to exist, aside from aesthetics. Fluid must flow has a An extent limit of 1 kilometer, actually. That is a difference. Yeah, the Dog of Chaos, go for it. Good luck. Well, I don't feel like fixing those conflicts, so... Fix iron gear wheel from iron ore localized name. Why do downloads take longer when you need them to go fast? It's because you're watching it. A watched pot never boils. Opinions on matter conversion system in K2, it is blatantly overpowered. That's part of what makes K2 so fun. It's so broken that, like, it gives you a god complex, and you're just like, wahaha, biters, get hecked. Like, there's a lot of things I would change in K2 if I were making it from scratch, but I am not making it from scratch, so... Oh, hey, that was the last one. So all of these are now done. So we have iron gear wheel from enriched iron gear wheel from iron ore, iron stick from enriched iron stick from iron ore, copper cable from copper ore, copper cable from enriched copper, iron beam from enriched iron beam from iron ore, easy steel beam, easy immersium beam, easy steel gear wheel, easy immersium gear wheel, and easy electronic components. I don't like the easy name, but it feels... It would... I don't know. It'll work. No one wants to see me suffer with figuring what I want my mods to actually be, plus progression from my mod pack. Just drop a follow and keep an eye out for the notif. Cool, well, good luck, Dog of Chaos. Okay, there's only like 2 left, so let's just finish it right now. Yeah, I have to end soon because I have to eat lunch, and then I have to do a bunch of errands to get ready for a family camping trip tomorrow. We're doing the first camping trip that we've done in a long time, but we're only going like an hour out of town. just to be some BLM land, because Utah's full of BLM land, and we're just gonna hang out for a night. We used to go camping all the time when I was a kid in like really wilderness areas, but now we're all adults and we don't have time. BLM land? Yeah, Bureau of Land Management land. It's basically open land that you can just use. There are restrictions, obviously, but basically it's good camping land. You don't have to go to a specific campsite. You can just camp wherever you want, as long as you clean up after yourself. Basically federally owned land that you can just chill on. US is strange. Okay, enriched copper plate. AR copper plate from enriched copper. Okay, so the normal copper plate looks like a copper plate, and then this one is copper plate from enriched copper. Perfect. Oh, whoops. Heck. I did it again. Can you use the trees for firewood in BLM land? Yeah, you can gather firewood. I don't think it can cut trees down though. Yeah, like national parks. Sounds right. Rare glass, immersium plate, KR rare metals. Rare metals 2. Oh, this is rare metals from enriched rare metals. Oh gosh, that's a terrible name. Let's see, KR rare metals from enriched rare metals. Ah, I hate it. I might still change that name to like rare metal plates or something. But we'll see. Or enriched rare metal ore, enriched iron ore, enriched copper ore would also work. PQR rare metals 2, KR rare metals from enriched rare metals. All right, cool. That's that one done, and then that's done, and these are all done. Okay, I think we have renamed every recipe in the mod. We're done with the recipes. Okay, that's gonna be it from me today. I have other things to do. There's gonna be no streams this weekend because I'll be camping. So next stream next week sometime. Probably on Monday after work. So I actually do have to wake up on early on Monday. I think I already renamed all of these. Nope, not that one. Okay, so only one remnant. All the resources are done already. Smokes. Yeah, the smokes need to be done still. Those don't need migrations though, because they're not worth it. And the technologies are already all under the KR prefix. That's fine. Tiles. Oh, these tiles aren't in anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna separate these out and clean them up a little bit. And then vehicles, KR advanced tank. Yeah, we're good. Awesome. We're almost done. Almost done with the renames. We're getting there. One more stream ought to do it. Yeah, next stream will probably be Pyanodons, and then I'll go back to, I'll do another dev stream after that. Actually, I might just finish the renames off stream. Well, thanks for joining me, everyone. Oh, Chiwa's actually playing Factorio. We're gonna raid Chiwa. Bye!